shooting guard, Tristan Brown. At small forward, Michael Porter Jr. At the other forward position, Aaron Gordon. At the other guard position, Jamal Murray. At center, Nikola Jokic. The head coach of the visiting team is Michael Malone. Let's meet the start for your Minnesota Timberwolves. At forward, standing 6'9", number 3, JML2K. At the point, standing 5'11", number 10, Mike Conley. At center, standing 7 feet, number 27, Reshade. Starting at power forward, standing 6'8", number 30, Julius Randle. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 5, Anthony Edwards.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And let's see what the Minnesota Timberwolves have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see lineups get sorted out.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. And it's Murray in at the point. And for Minnesota, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. And it's opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, B.A. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
Now here's Porter. Pass to Murray. 4 on the clock. Launches it. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Conley finds Randle. Gobert with a screen on Gordon. Randle can't hit.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Conley against Murray. And Gobert with a block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
About a minute into this first quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Randle against Gordon. Randall, good.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Here's Brown. Gordon outside. Murray for three. Counted from distance.
You've got complete trust in Murray in these late clock moments. He knows how to handle his business.
Randall outside to the paint. Here's Gobert. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of them.
The first one falls, and playoff success has been rare in Minnesota. Last year was the first series win in 20 years, Clark.
How about this fact? That was LeBron's rookie season, 2004, BA. That's the last time the Timberwolves advanced in the playoffs. So T-Wolves fans, I think, really savored the trip to the conference finals and are looking for more from this group going forward.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And what you love about this Denver offense, Grant, by and large, they take good shots.
Oh, they do. Top 5 in field goal percentage over the last 5 seasons. And a lot of that is Jokic delivering the ball to the right guy at the right time.
The Timberwolves trail. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch, and obviously facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
And Allie, thanks.
Timberwolves
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Denver.
And you know you're going up against a team that has revenge on the brain, besting them in the conference semis last year.
Would you suspect a little bad blood or bad feelings from the opposing side? You better be ready to scrap.
Make some noise.
And here we have the 2K leaderboard with last year's best three-point shooters. Mike Conley, third.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year, and the numbers and his position on this list clearly reflect that.
Here's Randall. His last outing, he had 24 points. And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Jokic with a screen on Conley. Murray passes to Jokic. And here's Porter. Outside Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
First in opponent field goal shooting, first in opponent points per game, and they did a lot of damage from range. Third in three-point shooting efficiency. It was central to their scheme.
And when you consider how hard they played on defense last year, their opponent field goal percentage was the best in the league. You got to love the effort they showed on that end. Now here's Randall. Now here's Conley. Going inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, he's one of the last quintessential pure point guards. Mike Conley, steady as they come, looks for others first. He wants to make passes before he scores. He's a guy you love to have as a teammate.
Free throw drops for Conley. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, BA. That's the name of their fan base. And yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
And Conley drops them both. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, BA. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Here's Brown. 17 points in his last outing. Jokic finds Murray. Here's Brown. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 3. Outside Conley. Outside McDaniels. Back to Conley. Porter against Edwards. The 3 is up. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And stolen by Edwards. Pass to Conley. Now McDaniels. Back to Edwards. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
Denver ball.
Nuggets trail by 6. Pass to Brown. Porter looks it over. Six on the shot clock. With the tip, controls the rebound and the putback.
Jokic is an absolute beast. He does it all at the offensive end. Scoring, passing, rebounding. He stuffs the stat sheet in a big way.
Now here's Conley. Gobert with a screen on Murray. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
And he lobs it up. Gordon can't hit.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
And the first one at the line is good. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
And Minnesota making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Strawther comes in for Brown. And so he hits both.
And they're doing a great job of earning their trips to the line.
Boy, I love that attack mentality. Get in there and force the officials to make a call.
Now here's Murray. 17 points in his last outing. Jokic passes to Watson. Now here's Murray. Here's Jokic. It's blocked by Gobert. Randall with it. Now Conley. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Picked by Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Assist goes to Gordon.
And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 17-6 run. pass to Gobert. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
And that one falls for Gobert.
And I love how they've been the aggressors on the offensive end. So unafraid of contact, looking to score points in the lane and at the free throw line.
A big disparity in the free throws, and that's been a big boost to their offense.
And so Gobert nails both of them.
You know, he gets there so often. Gobert would like to make these at a higher clip.
Pass to Strother. Murray, a screen on Edwards. Here's Strother, guarded by Edwards. To the inside, 5 on the clock. DiVincenzo with the steal. With the teardrop. Randall, the pass to Conley. Now Jokic, defended by Gobert. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness to slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Now here's DiVincenzo, picked by Gobert. Inside, and stolen by Jokic. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Nuggets understand their opportunity. Coach Michael Malone said, we have a special, unique player, and that window is only open for so long. If we want to try and be a dynasty, we need a standard of excellence each and every day, and it's my job to hold the guys accountable. Ryan?
Yep, and it starts from the top. He's done it well. Thanks, Allie. The shot by Conley, no good. And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. 6-point game. Here's Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 10.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals, along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Alexander Walker comes in for Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. Rebounded by Denver. And here's Murray. From deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got 4 rebounds now.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Murray against DiVincenzo. Murray passes to Jokic. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Nas Reed.
Hey, night in and night out, Jokic is taking and relishing the contact.
Denver shooting their first free throws of this game. And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Ingles, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Saric checks in for the Nuggets. Russell Westbrook comes in for Murray.
Shooting 2.
And he Can't get the first one. With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball player.
Now here's Reed. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Edwards, soft touch off the glass. Edwards has got 7 points in the game.
Posed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Hits a three-pointer.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Edwards. His last outing, he had 24 points. That one goes. Count it.
But he still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Westbrook against DiVincenzo. Jokic with a screen on DiVincenzo. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Jokic doing a really good job that time, concentrating and maintaining his balance despite being fouled.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Graham.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Saric, left side. Watson. Tipped back in for 2. Watson's got his 2nd basket. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
Now here's Westbrook. Outside Watson. Fires from deep. Edwards pulls it in.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Alexander Walker with it. He's against Watson. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Nuggets trail. Here's Westbrook. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
3rd team foul. 1 shot. Westbrook.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
Hey, you can't diminish Westbrook's triple-doubles, but just as important to me are the intangibles. His passion, his tenacity, his competitive spirit and drive. I mean, that infects the whole team in a positive way.
Denver has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Pass to Strother, to the wing on the left. Now here's Jokic. Ingles defending. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. The putback. It's been all about Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. We'll be right back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And so it's Minnesota with it. On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Zeke Naji out there with Dario Saric. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. Here's Brown. Three-pointer, no good. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. And that's the 3rd game out of 4 at home for them. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Randall. Clock at 6. McDaniels from long range. It's hauled in by Saric. The Nuggets shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Outside for Porter. Takes a 3. On target from range. Porter's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Randall against Saric. Left side McDaniels. Oh, deflected. Here's Brown. Takes it inside.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy.
That free throw, no good. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
Known as a versatile and tremendous defender, McDaniels also continues to make real good progress as a scorer.
Westbrook finds Porter. Saric, a screen on McDaniels. Here's Porter. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Randall. Lays it up and in. Despite excellent defense. Randall's got 6.
The relentlessness of Randall, R-squared, taking on all comers.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Down low. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. After the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Now here's Westbrook. 6 points for him. Outside Porter. Pass to Naji. 6 on the shot clock. Saric a screen. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Alexander Walker. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And out of bounds, Denver will have it. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. 4th, Denver.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
The Nuggets lead by 5. Here's Westbrook. Pass to Naji. And here's Porter, covered by Alexander Walker. Porter gets the bucket. Porter's got 9.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Saric against Randall. It's hauled in by Saric. The Nuggets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Westbrook outside. Takes one from 10 feet. And again, it's Denver converting.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Pass to Gobert. Here's McDaniels. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, McDaniels wasn't going to be denied there. Getting the bucket and has a chance for one more.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. Jamal Murray is checked in for Russell Westbrook. Free throw good, McDaniels.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Here's Najee. No points so far. Here's Brown. And the three-pointer goes. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And defensively, they really limited their opponent's field goal percentage. Top 5 in that category. They do a great job of communicating at that end.
And you look at their assist. Top 5 in the league, specifically because of how committed they were to moving the ball and making sure they got great looks. The Timberwolves have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pass to Gobert. Randall on the screen. Out left to the wing. Over Saric. They get it back.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Now here's Murray. Saric a screen. The 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Dillingham. And the call will be against Dario Saric. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Picked by Gobert. Let's go with a 3. Right wing. And here's Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. Another shot. Minnesota again missing. Denver leading by 9. Here's Saric. An easy 2 on the layup. Saric has got his first 2 points.
They're really working the paint now.
Randall, the pass to Gobert. And he lobs it up top. Porter from outside. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Now here's Alexander Walker. Shot from the top of the key. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Alexander Walker's got his second basket of the night. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Here's Saric. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Saric is highly engaged and very good at keeping the defense on their toes and making them commit the foul.
Denver shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. He misses the free throw, and the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Nikola Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Watson comes in for Porter Jr. And he sinks the second. Timberwolves trail by 10. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The Nuggets really believe in Jamal Murray. Coach Michael Malone said, "What I want from Jamal is to be himself. If he does that, all the other stuff will take care of itself. But I want him to challenge himself to be a leader and to do the things every day that got him to this point."
Well, Murray will always put in the work. We know that. Good stuff, Allie.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Even though Conley is older, he's still really fast, using that speed well to draw the foul on the drive.
And he's made all of his 6 tries at the line in this one.
And I love how efficient he's been at the charity stripe.
He sure has been. I mean, you could tell that he had that nice rhythm right from the start. And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And he makes the first.
And Conley's the guy that leads by example. And as a result, his teammates respect and trust him completely.
And so he makes both from the line.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Murray passes to Porter. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And 6'10" with laser-accurate quick release. Clark, Michael Porter Jr. can make the game look so easy.
It looks to me like he's really settled into his role, and he's embraced that. And he's worked through his own injury challenges, so there's a level of perseverance and resilience and grit that he's put into his book bag along with that fluid stroke and his athleticism. He's become a better rebounder and a better defender as well. I really like what he's become to this point in his career as a player.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 12. Reed sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Edwards, a pass to Reed. And stolen by Jokic. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Murray. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Mike Conley.
Yeah, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops from Murray. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels. And Murray drops them both.
And, you know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
Now here's Conley. Give him 8. For 3, DiVincenzo. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Jokic with a screen on Conley. Murray for 3. Just off on that shot. Just 1 for 7 in the game.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Back to Edwards. Fires for 3. Gordon pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Reed. And another miss by Denver. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Takes a turnaround, Jay. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Conley comes with a double team. Pass to Jokic. Here's Strother. He's guarded by Conley. Jokic with a screen on Edwards. Here's Murray. Out to Gordon. From deep. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
I just love the ball movement.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Edwards with it. He's got 12. 13 feet out. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Here are the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Strother. Jokic with it, guarded by Edwards. Here's Strother. Shot clock at 6. Misses the 3. Conley looking for an opening. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Conley doesn't have an overwhelming body, but I tell you, good job that time taking the hit and finishing through it.
Watson, he's checked in for Michael Porter. Minute 32 left in the second period. Now Murray. He's got 5. Gordon with a screen on Conley. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Ingles. And now the T-Wolves on the break. With the floater. Reed can't hit.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Jokic with a screen on Conley. Murray against Conley. 6 to shoot. Back to Murray. The Nuggets need to get one up. Jokic. Jokic finishing through the D.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And here's Conley. He's got 11. Outside Reed. Lets it go from deep. Yes. Great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Off-ball preparation paying off for Reed. He was just waiting for that pass.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Come on! Jokic! What touch!
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Edwards. He's got 12. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Free throw no good for Edwards. And so it's the Denver Nuggets now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'm here alongside Coach Malone and Coach. A strong first half for this team. What was clicking for you?
I love that ball movement, taking care of the ball, and that's something we've been harping on. Make a play for somebody else, and I thought we had many examples of that.
Got to help yourself. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. First on the menu is looking at what games will be coming up here shortly. It'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Tip-off is 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
Gentlemen, I can't wait for that game. We've been talking about it for a while.
Two great teams just going at it. We'll see which style of play wins out.
Let's shift our focus now to Nikola Jokic. Outstanding tonight through 2.
The Joker is taking over. One of the most skilled big guys we've ever seen. Almost as skilled as you, Kenny.
No, I wouldn't say me. I would say Ernie's got the deep skill set on his own. And if you're talking about superstars, Ernie Johnson belongs on that list.
Man, guys, you're making me blush. But keep going. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Now here's Conley. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randle has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Nuggets lead by 11. And he's going for the lob. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Floats one up. Here's Randle. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Nuggets shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Jokic passes to Porter. And Gobert with a block. Conley with the ball. Checked by Murray. Pass to McDaniels. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Murray with it. Here's Brown, guarded by Edwards. Outside Porter. Now here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Edwards has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Conley. Inside. The kick out to Edwards. Randle with it. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
Gordon outside. Here's Murray. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
No good on the free throw.
On the floor, Murray is electrifying. I mean, he delivers relentless effort, and it keeps his whole squad energized and engaged.
And he's good on the second. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Randall outside. Outside Edwards. Fires the 3. Gordon pulls it in.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Brown, guarded by Edwards. Outside Murray. Screen by Gordon. Launches it from deep. And again, Denver no good. Timberwolves trail by 10. Right side Conley. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. Back to Conley. 14 feet away. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. Conley's got 13.
Finding the soft spot in the defense there. Crafty work by Conley.
From deep, Jokic. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the NBA's top dime droppers last year. 4th, Nikola Jokic.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
Here's Conley. 13 points in the game. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Six on the shot clock. Randall on the screen. The 3 is up. And Conley with the 3. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
One of the league's more reliable three-point shooters. Conley didn't always have that in his game, but he's lethal now.
Murray from outside. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now here's Gobert. For 3, Randall. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Brown, defended by Gobert. Here's Jokic. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Hey, we use the term explosive a lot, but Edwards, this guy is explosive times 3.
Here's Brown. Murray, a screen on Edwards. Here's Brown, guarded by Edwards. Brown passes to Murray. Puts up a 3. That shot, no good.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, we might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. He'll go on Michael Porter.
The length that McDaniels brings gives him an advantage against the smaller defender, sometimes drawing a foul like he did there.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Denver.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break, converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
He does not get the second one. Clark, when it comes to someone like Aaron Gordon, it seems like he makes at least one jaw-dropping play every night.
Well, when you've got that kind of special athleticism, BA, you can do that. You can make highlight-type plays just by virtue of your activity and giftedness as an athlete. But he's become a heck of a basketball player, too. You always knew the athleticism was there, the energy was there, the work rate was there. But now you're seeing the skill develop. I love watching him work.
For 3, Randall. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Outside Murray. Tries to break his ice. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Tracking him a real chore. Murray very active, constantly on the move.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. Free throw drops from Murray. And Murray drops them both. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels for 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Denver leading by 7. Outside Murray. Over to the wing. Jokic against Gobert. Jokic in the post. 23 points in the game, and he gets it to go. Jokic has got 25 points.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Randall outside. Back to Conley. It's deflected. Oh, there's the alley. Randall with a steal. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Brown, guarded by Edwards, and out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. A different look for Denver. Watson, he's checked in for Porter Jr., and Strother subbed in for Brown. Timberwolves trail by 9. Now Edwards. He's got 18. To the inside. Here's Conley. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Conley's got 18.
More often than not, Conley's the table setter. He's been the finisher tonight.
Pass to Jokic. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Here's Edwards cutting inside. Count it. Give him 20.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
The Nuggets lead by 5. Murray passes to Gordon. Murray, a screen on Randall. Back to Murray. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since. Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's Murray, following the score by Minnesota. From deep three-point land. Randall pulls down the board.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
For the tie. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
And, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randall. And I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Conley passes to Gobert. And here's Edwards. Here's the 3. Gordon pulls it in. Gordon's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Murray. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. All right, now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Second is Rudy Gobert. Fourth, Nikola Jokic.
These two were a consistent presence around the rim, able to anticipate where the ball was going and just gobbling up the boards.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Alexander Walker in for McDaniels. Saric checks in for the Nuggets. Russell Westbrook comes in for Murray. And again, it's Denver missing. Timberwolves trail by 3. Conley passes to Edwards. Outside, Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Westbrook. Count the basket and the foul. It goes on Mike Conley.
Love it when Westbrook takes it right at the defense like that, strong, and then finishes as well.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
And with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Conley.
Boy, the passion Westbrook plays with is infectious. He plays hard every second he's out on the court.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Here's Strawler, still without a bucket.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from 3-point range.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Strawler. Westbrook outside. Jokic the screen. DiVincenzo against Westbrook. Pass to Jokic. Puts up a 3. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates, and he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
First one falls, and Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it. Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
Now here's Edwards. 26 points for him. Down low. Who poked away? Here's Alexander Walker. Rebounded by Denver. At one point, they led by 16.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Westbrook taking his time here. Pass to Jokic. Jokic with no problem.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
It's been all about Nikola Jokic for Denver. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the fourth. They've got Dario Saric, also Peyton Watson out there, Zeke Naji out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Strother in at the shooting guard position.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Here's Dillingham.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And out of bounds, Denver will have it.
Denver ball.
Denver leading by 5. Outside Watson. Back to Westbrook. Naji sets a screen. Over Dillingham. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Dillingham. Picked by Gobert. 4 on the clock with the step back. Second chance shot. Dillingham with the bucket.
At this stage of the game, the offensive rebounding and putback is massive. It feels like a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play, and you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
First team foul. 1 shot. Naji.
free throw, no good. Timberwolves trail by 5. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here is DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. Launches it. DiVincenzo can't hit. Denver leading by 5. Pass to Strother. Westbrook outside. Watson with it. Fires the 3. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists tonight.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
DiVincenzo pass to Gobert. Tipped. Here's Strother. DiVincenzo covering. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
Classic play that time by Westbrook, making space with the pick and roll to create for his team.
Here's DiVincenzo. To halt the run. Minnesota again missing. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Outside, DiVincenzo, picked by Gobert. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one to fall. The Nuggets lead by 10. Here's Strother. Pass to Westbrook. To the paint. Outside Watson. There's the triple. Oh, Denver gets it back.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Westbrook. And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
All right.
And Minnesota with some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Ingles, and McDaniels is subbed in for Alexander Walker. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Michael Malone was going over with his team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Brown. Now here's Gordon. Here's Najee. Here's Brown. DiVincenzo covering. Gordon with a screen on DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, I like the fact that Gordon shows you nice skill there in picking apart the defense on the screen and roll.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. Fires from deep. DiVincenzo can't hit.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Releases. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Here's Dillingham, pounded by Westbrook. Pass to Dillingham. For 3, DiVincenzo connects from downtown.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. And not give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
For 3, Gordon. Randle pulls down the board. Randle's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. DiVincenzo on the wing, defended by Gordon. Randle with it. a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Now just a 5-point Nugget lead.
Taking it himself, Randall changes who he is when the jumper goes in.
Porter against McDaniels. Porter the pass to Najee and stolen by Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Dillingham. The three. Rebounded by Denver. Gordon's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Porter the pass to Westbrook. Najee set to screen. Westbrook with it. Randall's in his pocket. Westbrook with the miss.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Dillingham. Back to Daniels. Gordon with a steal. 3-on-3. Westbrook drawing the double. Here's Porter. Second shot opportunity. And it's laid up and in by Westbrook. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Well, you look at Westbrook's profile, and he has averaged double-digit rebounds in multiple years. Nothing new about that.
McDaniels up top. He's guarded by Porter. McDaniels, that's good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. Porter against McDaniels. Shot from the wing. Porter's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Randall. Here is DiVincenzo. Outside for Randall. The three. Porter pulls it in.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Westbrook left side. Gordon outside. The three is up. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Dillingham. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Nikola Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Murray comes in for Russell Westbrook. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Nuggets lead by 3. Now Murray. Pass to Gordon. Outside Porter. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Nice move. Randall can't hit. Denver has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Outside Murray. Jokic with a screen on McDaniels. The deep 3 from Murray. Sinks it. What range from downtown. And the Nuggets lead by 6. The Timberwolves shooting only 36% since the 4th quarter started. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle.
Mike Conley.
up to the rim. And it's Randall with the jam.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Denver leading by 4. Jokic in the post. Working on Reed. Oh, can't convert the two-handed jam. Here's Randall. Right side Reed. And here's Edwards outside. And it's Denver with a rebound. Left side Porter. Reed brings the double. Porter the pass to Brown. Outside Murray. Pass to Gordon. Outside Porter. Clock at 6. No good on the 3.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
McDaniels can't hit. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting the ball at only 35% here in the 4th quarter. Throw it down to Cola.
And right now, Jokic has it going on. He's doing whatever he wants to out there.
And here's Edwards. Minute 32 left in the 4th. And Edwards slams it in.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Free throw no good for Edwards.
A superstar-level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skill.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. 2 shots. Nikola Jokic.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5.
You know, what makes Jokic truly exceptional in my mind is the versatility. You know, he's a really good passer, and that to me is a tremendous distinction, not to mention how he scores and does the other stuff he does out there.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You can't afford to waste any chances at this stage of the game. That means you gotta hit your free throws.
Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Pass to Jokic. Over Reed. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Jokic has got 18 points in just the second half. And Edwards. Oh, hey! How about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time. Woo. Edwards is a load to stop on the bounce simply because he's got a football player's build.
And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Jokic. Edwards pulls it in. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Two points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
And they double up Murray. Pass to Porter. And that's an intentional foul.
Julius Randle. Second personal foul. Third team foul. 2 shots. Gordon.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second. And that puts him up 5. And Minnesota calls time here. They're down by 5. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Conley finds Edwards. Minnesota again missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside McDaniels. And he stays with it. Knocks it down from distance. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Aaron, a tough stretch of basketball coming up for you guys. How do you keep your eye on the winning side?
We just got to keep sharing the ball, keep believing in each other. Defensively, we have some things that we need to clean up, but we're doing well.
Good luck with the adjustments. Thanks, Aaron.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it for this inaugural game.